Today's game plan is to finish finding all of the chests and statues that we missed. Gonna 100% this thing. So Meravas will spend this first part running around with some breaks back here to eavesdrop on friends, and then we'll wrap up by talking to the Inquisitor.
Would you lose your wings if you got rid of spite?
I assume so.
That's a lot to give up.
You're right. I should accept a life of eroding self-identity in favor of being able to make a dramatic entrance.
But flying!
Priorities. Looking good, guys.
You would have let Sam walk.
If that's what he wanted, didn't seem right to make the decision for him.
Not sorry he stayed, though.
I would have been miserable if he left. You must be happy about it, too. Who would you spoil without a son around?
Spoil? That bird spreading rumors about me again.
Enough of that. Off we go.
Manfred showed me his magic the other day.
Ah, how did it go?
I was practicing lifting stones, and he kept saying, rock. Then, he tried to set one on fire?
I'll need to go over the list of approved combustibles with him again.
I don't know. Fire rocks seem promising.
Harding, I found the perfect book for you. Spirits and Possession. A primer. Also, I threw in a delightful selection of supplementary materials that elaborate on several concepts. I highly recommend Igmar Trettenhoff's Projected Being on the metaphysical nature of objects perceived in the Fade.
What?
Well, I'd love to discuss what you think of his arguments.
Will there be a test?
Oh, would you like there to be?
Emmerich, no.
So, I was wondering. You know what? It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Not suspicious at all.
Well, since you can make people shadow dragons, I was just wondering.
Do you want to be a shadow dragon, Belle?
Yes, more than anything, yes!
What? That's awesome. One of us. One of us. If Nev won't do it, Mira will.
I know that face. You're running what happened at Weishaupt through your head, aren't you?
I was so close.
It can't really help to dwell on your mistakes over and over.
I'm not dwelling. I'm analyzing.
Gillenane is a god. Or godlike anyway. We did great. You did great. But analyze away, if you're sure it helps.
Hey, about Elgernon's dragon.
Yeah,
You have to do the final strike.
I know. Same deal as Weishaupt.
Dragon that size means a lot of climbing. You gonna be okay?
You think I can't climb?
I don't know. Grey Wardens wear a lot of armor. The Lords of Fortune climb through old ruins all the time. I can show you some exercises.
I'll think about it.
Getting closer. We've got 2 statues and 8 more chests to find, so I figured we'd switch up the party a teeny tiny bit. Let's get Tosh and Emmerich together. They promised to talk, so they can't do that unless they're together.
Alright. I said we could talk about death magic. So, fine. Death magic.
Wonderful. What can I illuminate for you?
Ugh, I don't know. I usually try not to think about it.
Take your time.
We're talking about dragons after this.
Okay, it's a start. on beetles. Saw some insect symbols down in the necropolis, asked the necromancer. He says they honor the work of the humblest creatures in our funerary rites. Turns out a long time ago, some Navarran found a kind of beetle that eats your flesh when you're dead. Only leaves the skeleton. That's still messed up, but without skin is better than with skin. Emmerich also said the Watchers have bred some fascinating variations over the years. Those beetles better stay in the necropolis. We've got enough weird crap in Ravane. From a note in Tasha's handwriting.
Certainly. This one keeps its memories yet.
So many rooms. What's following? What are you? Stay away! They're gone. How is this safe?
Miniature tree. Carefully nurtured, this miniature tree exists to remind someone of the surface despite spending their days deep among the dead.
Emmerich, I have a death question.
Go on.
Why doesn't every spirit take over every corpse?
Normally, only a small trickle of spirits escape the Fade, and not all of them possess the desire, the hunger for a body.
That's weird. Why not?
The mortal world is just as off-putting to some spirits as the Fade is to you, Tash.
Fade's fine. At least the spirits there don't get into bodies.
Yeah, it's really the bodies that are the sticking point for them, huh? Right, skeleton?
Trouble coming our way. That's my girl.
Love that so much. Still waiting. Everyone else has left. With the Fade sundered from the physical world by this new veil, it's harder to reach this place, and people want the safety of home. They say the Everners are gone, but I promised the Dreadwolf I would help. My work here isn't done yet. I'll stay as long as I can.
I find it fascinating that you've discovered ways to deal with dragons peacefully, Tash. In Navarra, I grew up hearing they were so hostile they all had to be slain.
Like demons?
Spirits twisted into the form referred to as demons are largely misunderstood. Ah, yes, like demons, I suppose. The pity Navarra drove most of its dragons to extinction.
They'll be back. Dragons don't die that easy.
Look at these two finding common ground. Both just love things that are misunderstood.
Wait. That well. Is it reminding anyone else of the one we sealed up?
The Fade often reflects events in reality. Loss, anger.
Sealed up.
Well, down we go.
So it was you!
You.
There we go!
Set that one up!
Friend at the well.
for the Voss family. Family. I think it's gone.
Good. I hate the ones that talk creepy while you fight.
We should send word to Ida. No one needs to fear the well anymore.
Good. That makes me feel a lot better than just throwing some rocks on it.
Another question about dragons, Tash. Are they like dog breeds?
No. Dogs are smaller.
What I mean is, a Ferelden Mabari and an Anderfell's giant schnauzer look quite different, but could still mate.
Oh, yeah. Different breeds of dragons mate all the time. That's how we got the ones that breathe lightning or ice. What's a giant schnauzer?
A very large dog. Anderfell's farmers use them to protect livestock from darkspawn. There was a lovely children's book about one. Hugo, the Warden Schnauzer.
Huh. Nice.
We're getting a copy immediately, yes?
Emmerich, can you tell me about skeletons?
Very good.
How do you fight the blue ones?
Blue ones?
Yeah, blue fire, backwards heads, claws have sparks like lightning.
Backwards? I've never encountered undead like that.
Huh. They're all over this one island off the Ravani coast.
Then once we're back at the lighthouse, we'll pack at once.
What? I didn't say we should... Fine.
You know you want to. And I'm pretty sure that was the last darkspawn we needed to kill to open this last chest, which means we're done.
What a waste. What happened with Hezenkos, I mean?
She could have turned her considerable intellect to the good of Navarra, and now...
No, I mean the giant bone skeleton. That big thing she wanted to become. You go to all that trouble and you make it look like that? I'd give it wings, or more arms, or something.
You've put a lot of thought into this, I see.
No, I mean, I never do it. Probably.
Probably. Oh, Bella, you're a little scary sometimes.
Yes, yes, we've been through this. How articulate.
Keep up the good work, Manfred.
Keep your stomach tight. Lock it in.
11.
Controlled. Don't bounce on the bottom.
12.
Hey, do wardens not know what comes after 12? Get your ass up there!
Oh, so they're actually doing this. All right.
I love watching the team come together in the spirit of cooperation.
He wanted tips.
Does he need help with what comes after 12?
I can still make a fist rook.
You're pulling yourself up an archdemon's back. You think it's gonna let you rest because your arms are tired?
13.
Keep going! Archdemon's eating a bunch of griffin babies while you wait!
Hey, 14.
Get your ass up there! Don't kick your legs like a nug! Come on!
15.
Nice!
16 would be showing off.
I wasn't sure you had that last one in you. Nicely done.
I said no mercy. Tosh delivered.
So did you. Keep it up.
You caught the tail end of this, Rook. I need to get ready for an archdemon. Tosh was happy to provide several sets worth of pain.
Now it's your turn. What have you got for me?
Payback. Final set's almost done. Slow descent and keep it going, just like before.
16?
This isn't a rest break. Don't lock your arms at the top.
17?
Just a few more. Looks like you need some help?
No! 18!
Then where's 19? Keep it strong.
That's what your mother said last night! 19!
This is amazing.
Come on, Tosh. You want Davrin to tell everybody you couldn't handle a Grey Warden workout? You gonna let him say that?
Sweaty!
There you go. Keep that up, we'll have you in heavy armor and a shield soon enough.
Thanks. Good workout. Hey, sorry for all the stuff I said about your mom.
She can take it. Whatever gets you through the last few.
And Davrin didn't win.
Come on. Drinks are on me. If you can lift them.
Pretty sure the real winner here is Rook. That was awesome.
I'm sorry Bataris got away.
You win some, you lose some.
Would you like me to get you something? Tea, cake, arrow in his temple? Whatever you need.
Why are you always pouting?
We may have freed the Dalish, but Elgernon will only let so much slip through his grasp. And that dragon, mierda. I've had enough of dragons.
We just won't tell Tosh.
Are the Wardens angry that you sent the Griffins to the Dalish?
They're not happy, but given why the Griffins almost went extinct, the Wardens didn't have a leg to stand on.
And the Dalish are happy?
So far, Griffins are natural protectors. They fit with the Dalish like they always belong there.
Huh.
What?
The Dalish clans lost you, but they got the Griffins.
I suppose they did.
Have you thought about calling him something else?
Who?
Spite?
Spite?
Exactly. Imagine being called Spite all the time, like broody or short. Wouldn't you forget you could be anything else?
I don't think you understand how demons work.
I understand that they're spirits, and spirits have been known to change.
Is Tosh on Hezekiah's duty now?
So you're a skull now?
I refuse to explain my condition yet again to one of Valkaran's roommates.
I have my own room. Hey, is a skull still called a corpse when you're just a skull? Okay, I'll ask Emmerich.
Yeah, you will. Because y'all are friends now. Victory.
I can't believe we've got another archdemon to deal with.
This time will go better.
It has to.
Do you think you'll survive this one?
I don't know. Getting out of Weishaupt alive might have been a fluke.
It cannot be. Asan needs you. I wouldn't mind you sticking around either.
You're not so bad yourself.
Oh, loving all the bonding happening here at the end. Especially with these two. Yeah, it's probably our last one, so we'll end on a tie. Alright, nothing left to do but see Ashleen now.
What's wrong, Tosh?
I already had to deal with being the only Adari I knew. Now I'm the only non-normal gender crap person around.
That's not true. Mevaris is a trans woman, right? And Ritsivas with the Veil Jumpers is non-binary.
But they're mages and veil jumpers. There's nobody normal.
Back in the Inquisition, A mercenary company called the Chargers joined up with us. Their lieutenant, Krem, was a trans man. I didn't know the word at the time, but that's what he was. There are people like you everywhere. It's just that not everyone has the words for it yet.
And Krem was just a normal person?
Well, he stood on the chairs, but otherwise, yes.
Let's be honest, none of us are normal, so you just put that out of your head.
These meetings can't be good for business. I'm here, Inquisitor. It isn't just Inquisitor, is it? You were someone before that.
Clan Lavellan. We try to be no one you've heard of. Morrigan is holding a perimeter. We're alone. Tell me what Solus did at Algernon's ritual.
Sounds like you already know.
I need to hear it from you.
Algernon raised his archdemon. Solus got us out of there. We saved a lot of people.
You sound grateful.
Why not? He really did help.
It seems so. He's always thinking about where it ends. How many of his names do you know? God of Lies, Dreadwolf, Fen'Harel. They're titles he earned from enemies, followers, and fractured history. He and I shared another name. Vinan.
Elven for heart.
For my heart. You've spoken to him in your dreams. You felt the power of that mind. His love could burn against me like a bonfire. He seemed so kind and wise and sad, and looked at me as if I somehow mattered more than anything around us. For a time, I thought I would have followed anywhere he asked me to.
For a time, of course my girl's still trying to be tough.
It must have been horrible when you learned the truth.
How could I have fallen in love with a god and never realized it? Why didn't he tell me? So many things he said. So many half-truths, inevitable in retrospect. And then he went off to destroy the world, leaving me to clean up his mess.
You mean the Inquisition?
I mean all of this. He let me fall in love with him and then told me we couldn't. Then he told me not to follow, while leaving me just enough clues to find him.
Hold on. You think he wanted you to stop him?
His name is Solus. It means pride. Perhaps he couldn't change his mind himself, and hoped that someone else could help him. Or maybe I'm the prideful one, imagining his broken heart so that I never have to face my folly. That I loved someone who made such grave mistakes. That I might love him still.
You almost sound like you're ready to join him in that prison in the Fade.
To give up the world for him? No. We've got to save it first. But after, if there were a way, if he felt the same, if I could leave the world behind and just have him. I don't know.
She knows. She's still angry, but she's tired of all this, and she misses him.
One thing I've learned in this job is that the people I need the most are people who can tell me when I'm wrong.
We all need that sometimes.
It sounds like that's what you were for Solus. If the two of you were better people together and you were happy too...
I was.
This is all hypothetical anyway. He's trapped in the Fade with no way out.
He surprised us before. But enough about me. Tell me about you and Tosh.
What? Who... How...
Morrigan has eyes everywhere.
Oh, of course she does.
Oh, come on. It wasn't Morrigan. We all know it was Dorian.
I need to get the team around the table and talk about what's next.
Let's do it. Message from the front, the coming storm. Again with the storm. Rook, thank you for meeting with me again. There are precious few in this world who understand the particular burdens people like us carry, and while I don't imagine either of us begrudge our responsibilities, sometimes just knowing that someone else understands can lift that weight. Much as you hold your own people together through what must often seem like sheer force of will, so too must I keep the fragile alliance of the South alive. Even though I was gone for only a brief sojourn to speak to you, I returned to no small amount of chaos that I needed to spend time repairing. In my last letter, I said that it felt like the calm before the storm, and it still does. The blight continues to creep forward, slowly but inexorably, and we've seen very little of the Darkspawn, even as the corruption claims more and more of our lands. We've had more success to the west, where we've won several battles against the Venatori, and to the north, little trace remains of the Antam dreadnoughts at the mouth of the Waking Sea. Still, the storm is building. We can all feel it. There's a tension in the air, and before we know it, the winds will howl and the thunder roll. Until then, we wait, we ready ourselves, and when the time comes, we will stand firm against the gathering darkness. Yours, the Inquisitor. Looks like I've missed a good deal of codices, unless we pick up a whole bunch at the end. I doubt it. But we got a new one. Where are we? Notes from the Inquisition. Vanan, I do not know if you will see these words. My ritual is ready and will soon be set in motion. Perhaps when you read this, the world will be as it once was, and you will see why all I did was necessary. I cannot ask your forgiveness, but I hope you come to understand. That night in Crestwood, when I shared the truth about your Valislane, you do not know how close I came to breaking. I could have shared the truth or even put my plans aside and simply stayed with you, as soulless as I wanted. I regret the pain I caused you. What I feel for you will never change. The note is unsigned, but the handwriting is Solus's. I knew it. Why do I love this man so much? Just wants to break my heart all the time. I mean, break Ashleen's heart, but same difference.
Tearstone Island. That's where Elganon and Gillenane will perform their ritual.
With an eclipse, those two can finish their dagger, then tear open the Fade. After that, we've witnessed the horrors Gillenane creates with even a trickle of the blight. What happens with a flood?
Next eclipse is a month away. That's not a lot of time.
Getting past the Antam Navy won't be easy. They'll be on high alert.
We'd need our own fleet to get past them, which we don't have.
If anyone can find a way around that fleet, it's us. Everything seems impossible at the beginning. Just fight one battle at a time. Varric told me that.
Damn right, kid.
A single boat can sneak past a blockade. We just need to find something that floats.
The Antam fleet may not spot us, but the gods see much farther.
Worse, they know about us specifically. They'll be waiting.
They're taking us seriously, which is flattering. And it can work in our favor.
Sounds like you have a plan.
Harding, reach out to our allies. Wardens, veil jumpers, all of them. Tell them to be ready to start swinging. We start enough fires, make some noise, and the gods will look everywhere for us, except at their front door.
You've helped our allies, Rook. They're ready to return the favor.
That takes care of the approach. But what about when we get there? We'll have two gods waiting. Who knows how many Antam? We'll need to be at our best. Question is, we there yet?
We are ready as we'll ever be.
I'll send off messages to our allies. They'll be ready.
What about the Inquisitor? I know she's been busy fighting in the south, but this doesn't end until the gods are dead. She knows that.
Saving the world? Sounds like the Inquisitor.
Reach out to her. Morrigan, too. We could use their help. We're ready as we'll ever be. We need to make our move soon.
I agree.
Get some rest, and be ready.
Oh, well, I guess we gotta meet with Morgan first, but Suggested lighthouse improvements on the back of a crudely drawn picture of the lighthouse in Balara's handwriting. Qunari dreadnoughts, Archon's palace. Is she trying to arm the lighthouse? And Emmerich replies, "My dear Balara, I believe we have spoken several times on the wisdom of turning the lighthouse into something far different from its current purpose." And she says, "Dear Professor, this was all purely academic, I promise. Also, do not look under the Illuvian platform. I cannot stress this enough." Balara. Yeah, if Nev is the secret softie, then Balara is secretly kind of scary. But I guess in the long run, she's just looking out for us, trying to be protective. Since we are about to head into battle. Next time.